Hello, beautiful beings. Oh, wow. The lighting was so bad until I touched play, and then the sun went behind a cloud. Well, a cloud went in front of the sun, and the lighting turned out just perfect all of a sudden. Okay, ancients. I am ready to paint, and I have my when life gives you lemons, you paint that shit gold, and I'm actually going to paint something gold, and I'm going to add gold sparkles. I want to show you what I'm going to paint because then I can show you the before and the after. I'm going to paint this area in here, and I've waited a long time to do it. It's going to look so beautiful. I know so far I have some really good ideas for it, and I really want to show you what I did in my bathroom if I didn't already show you. That was a very tedious process, pressing all the sparkles on there, but it was definitely worth it. I'll get the door put back on. I put some crushed velvet material along the edge here, and I added that scarf up there. Yeah, it's looking very beautiful. And I put my first coat of red on here. I hope you could see the whole time I was doing it. I think the gold up there, more gold, is going to just look so beautiful with my crystal ball up there. Hopefully you could see everything I was trying to show you. I have my phone on a selfie stick right now. Anytime I go out in nature, I say, are there any treasures you would like me to find? Because I did that years ago, and I started doing that years ago, and I found the first thing I found the first time I ever said that was a cross in a riverbank. So I say it when I go out in nature, and I found this selfie stick the last time I went out, took my dog for a walk. Not the last time, like just a few times ago. It's vibrationally, the reason I correct myself when I don't really need to is, well, right, the Celestine Prophecies, be impeccable with your word. It's vibrationally, to tell the truth, it's important for me to tell the truth 100% of the time in every situation. It just keeps my vibe super high because fear cannot live there. I'm going to have pancakes tonight. Finally, I'm gluten intolerant all of a sudden over the last several months, and I'm still getting used to it. It hasn't been that difficult because I haven't been eating processed food for a super long time. And anyway, I just found that gluten-free mix, and I'm very excited about it. I'm actually going to have breakfast for dinner tonight. Okay, what was coming in super strongly is Ocean and we were holding satsang yesterday, and we were talking about how grateful we are that we know the difference between, if we were to be in a relationship again, we know we wouldn't be stuck in a bad relationship because we know, this is what we were specifically talking about, is if somebody is with somebody and the person that they're with cannot, or refuses to see their part, and or cannot see their part, like absolutely cannot understand why it could possibly be their fault, anything, and how it is always somebody else's fault, that person cannot grow. That person will not grow. That person is going to stay that person, that persona, not who they necessarily who they truly are inside. They may access presence, their own true nature. They may, being that person, but I've noticed that it takes a certain amount of introspection, looking inside oneself, owning one's part, resolving issues that keep coming up instead of just squishing them down because of fear. It doesn't feel like Mother Earth is supporting that type of behavior anymore. It's No, it's at a planet Earth, humanity is at a very crucial time right now. And it may seem oversimplistic when I say, yeah, just come and hold song with me. It can help heal you. But it's true because I can see that anything that is ailing humanity can be healed by each individual healing themselves. And I know how to do that because I have done it. And I've also helped other people do it. And I've watched the miracle, the joy like bubbles up because it's just so beautiful. What better purpose could I possibly have than helping people wake up and heal, which in turn will heal humanity because it may look like we are individuals, but we're not. We're all connected. We are all consciousness. Consciousness expressing itself through this physical form, through the individual physical forms, including animals and insects and butterflies. So the mind always likes to overcomplicate stuff. It doesn't necessarily like it, but it's just become a habit over all these lifetimes to overthink everything. But the truth is simple. Face your fears and be set free and help humanity be set free. I make it sound like it's simple. It is not simple, but it is a place to begin. Where should I begin? I don't know where to begin. Well, just start, just begin. And then things flow. It's like taking the bottle off of taking the cap off of a bottle they're showing me. They're also showing me putting a canoe in a river. Like, where do I start? Start now. Start at the beginning. Don't look at the whole thing. When we take a trip, we don't see the whole trip. We're seeing it right now. I mean, when we're planning it, maybe we do, but we can't actually see it. So, Divine, please help anybody that is listening and anybody that's not listening to override their minds and do what you keep urging them to do for their highest good and the highest good of humanity. Amen. But it's okay to stay in a relationship where the other person isn't going to grow, because if you have the ability to grow, then you will keep growing and you will outgrow that person just naturally, because we're vibrational beings. And so what that means is it's nothing personal. I laugh at that because the one that's not growing is going to stay a person, but the one that is growing is going to still be a person, but more just being coming through this person, our own true nature. And so it's okay if you stay, because inevitably, one way or the other, we will outgrow that person and that person will leave our life, because if we continue to grow, they can't stay. Everything just feels all good. Everything's okay exactly like it is. And it's just, I'm still reveling in it. And for me, I'm so grateful that I've had to go without for really long periods of time in my life. I say had to because it's been a part of my path. So I can know how other people feel. And also, when I do get it, so it feels that much sweeter. And for the rest of my days, I'm not going to take it for granted. Yes. I know I talked about my colonoscopy and what a magical experience it was, because I got to hold satsang with so many people. And it was just so beautiful, so effortless, more than it ever has been. And they gave me the idea a couple weeks ago. Hey, why don't you bring your satsang with Mama G cards back to that office? Because at least 3 of those ladies expressed a desire to speak with me again, and the ancients. And I was going to come home today, and I didn't. I drove to the next town and I went to that place and I left my cards there. She wasn't there. She was out to lunch, but I just wrote on one of the backs of the cards and I left a stack there. And I just feel so good about it because this energy that I'm reveling in, it's not being pulled on, it's not being blocked. It just is. It's just so beautiful. I'm deeply, deeply grateful for it. I think that's it for now. Satsongwithmamag@gmail.com. Pretty soon I'm going to be making my website because some people that I work for gave me a printer and then they said they're going to give me a laptop to go with it. And that's pretty soon. And I was just like, oh my gosh, the first thought was that means I'm going to start my foundation. Like I am the foundation right now, but now I can see it actually, you know, uh, this looks like roots to me. Yes, taking roots, of course. Yes, that's exactly what it is. I haven't known if it's branches. It could be branches also that I'm seeing, but it's going out. And yes, because that's right, because I've always seen me as my foundation as a tree. And then the branches, the roots, all of it is my foundation, is what's going into my foundation. And I finally feel like I have the green light. And it's not, and I've really been praying about this lately since this amazing shift in my energy. I've been praying because my mind immediately went into, well, you've wasted so much time, you really better get to it. Oh, no, no, no. That's not my life. Absolutely not. That's a sign right there. If I'm listening to my mind and it's telling me I need to do more and it's making me feel like this sense of urgency that doesn't, yeah, there's a paradox for you because when I'm compelled to do something, that doesn't always feel good. And it's often a sense of urgency, but it's different. The different When my mind is trying to tell me to do something, there's a feeling of resistance there that's not there when I'm feeling compelled to, even when I feel resistance to that. It's a different type of resistance. The resistance to the ancients when they say, let's make a video when I'm crying my eyes out, or I just want to go put lipstick on. It's spontaneous satsang. I cannot taint it. It has to be that way because that's what I'm meant to do, is in the moment, spontaneous satsang. And so I've learned how to do that without resisting it. And what was my point? I just looked at that trail. I just looked at this trail on my refrigerator and I took it. That's my bunny trail. So all this energy, so it doesn't necessarily mean do more, but when I do start getting a repetitive idea, it's good for me to act on it. I have sat on it for a couple weeks, and then all of a sudden I've been getting I listen to just certain tarot readers and they've been giving me the message, don't it's time to act. It's absolutely time for you to do this. And when they would say that, it would trigger that thought of just go drop your cards off at that place where you absolutely know these people want to talk to you again. They expressed that desire and they didn't want to leave your side once they were talking to you. I mean, one lady said, I feel like I'm on one of those TV shows, getting all this information coming through. And I mean, it just, that's how it felt. And this isn't bragging at all. This is getting to live my purpose. And it's just so effortless when it's your purpose. There's no fear involved. I don't have any fear about holding satsang with anybody. Sorry if I'm shaking my head too much. I know somebody that does that. I don't have anything to do with him because he's a full-blown narcissist. But when he talks, he shakes his head no the whole entire time. Anyway, and I can't talk to him. That's one reason, is because, well, he sucks the life out of me. And the other reason is because I get dizzy when I look at him. So is that it? No matter where you are, it's okay. But we would love to help you if we can. Satsongwithmamag@gmail.com. Love you so much.